YouTube stream link as well. One of our teammates will start the stream as soon as possible when the guest arrives. So we'll be streaming at both the platforms on Meet as well and on YouTube as well. So we'll be able to accommodate as many people as we can. So please make sure you join the stream as soon as possible when the guest arrives. So we'll be streaming at both the platforms on Meet as well and on YouTube as well. Guys, we have put the link of our community and our YouTube channel as well. And all our platforms are over mentioned over here. So make sure you join the WhatsApp community to not miss any of such sessions. We have lined up multiple sessions. So in few days, Calphus AI is coming. So we have Calphus. After that, there is Infineon. Like this, the series has been lined up. So make sure you join our community so not to miss any of such sessions. Akanksha is joining in just a minute. So as soon as she joins, we'll start with the session. Guys, please share that message into your unofficial groups and with your friends so that everybody will be able to listen. Yes, I guess we have Akanksha over here. I'll just ping
Am I
her.
audible?
Yes, Akanksha, you're audible. Then for everyone. Yes, guys, I think we can start with the session now. We have around 83 people, and please make sure you share this link with your friends and in your unofficial groups so that we will be having as much people they can take benefit out of it. So, yes, Akansha,
Yes,
are you ready?
yes.
Then we can start. All right. Yeah. So, guys, when we say core company, Cadence is what comes to our mind. And since Cadence is coming to our campus, today's session is not just inspiring, but it is more towards preparation. It's inclined towards preparation. So let's start it. Akanksha, I would like to ask you about first for your head into this preparation stuff.
So, hello everyone. My name is Akanksha Deshmukh, and I am from 2022-2026 batch, ENTC, and I'm working in Cadence as a design verification intern.
Yeah. All right, Akanksha. So, tell us what was the timeline for you? I mean, for us, please tell us when did Cadence came,
Okay.
and I want to listen. I mean, from every side. I mean, you were preparing for Gate as well. That's what I know. How that helped you, and yeah, just start with it.
So, first of all, Cadence came on campus very late. So, it came when we were in the fourth year, first semester. It came in July. We got joining from 18th August. So, it came in July. In July, their process was about to start, but it started really late. So, in August, first week, we were done with the interviews, and from 18th August, we joined. I was preparing for GATE actually, so that has helped me really lot in my preparation, in all the answering all the interview questions in the subjective paper. So for us, it was three rounds. First round was written paper. It was subjective plus MCQ. So we were having subjective questions. We need to write proper, like in school we write now written test paper, pen, paper, pencil, question, answer. So like that it was mix of both. There were multiple answer question, multiple choice question, subjective question, and it had two sections. So when it came for us, it shortlisted mainly people from different streams. So we were along with ENTC, they also shortlisted CS students, AIDS students, because there are also roles in computer science field, in the domain of computer science in cadence. So it was two paper basically in 60 minutes. So first paper consists of electronic fundamentals and second paper was of computer science fundamentals. Their more focus was on electronic fundamentals, and there were questions based on, as much as I remember, on computer science pointer concepts, C based concepts, and fundamental of mathematics. Also, there were questions of quadratic equation and all those things. So that was the first round. After that, there were two technical rounds, very tough, quite tough technical rounds. And then after that, next day on Monday, we had HR round, which was online, but these three rounds were offline. For us, there were 108 people shortlisted for test. Then amongst those 108 people, there were 20 to 16 people who were shortlisted for interviews. And from those, we were two who got selected. So I am along with one more, our VIT friend Gurpreet. He works in the same domain but in different team. So we two got shortlisted. So that was the whole process.
Okay, Akanksha, got it. So now let's get to the one step at a time. I mean, first you mentioned that the first was pen paper test. So what exactly was the syllabus and what were the topics which were covered for that particular test, and what were you expected to know at decent level and at really good level?
So basically, now it completely depends upon the role because they have come for design verification. Their prerequisites or their requirements was good knowledge of digital electronics, good knowledge of computer organization and architecture, good, very good, excellent knowledge of Verilog, and a good knowledge of computer science fundamentals, fundamental of mathematics. Even though we are from ENTC background, they completely had their laid emphasis on the maths fundamental, quadratic equation solving. They asked questions in interview also. Along with that, they also laid emphasis on, they just gave numerical type, aptitude type numerical question in interview. That also they asked from the paper only. So basically in paper, it was a mix of all those things. Now I was very able to answer the questions which were related to electronic fundamentals because I was very good prepared for that. I was preparing for gate. So, and I was also very interested in VLSI from first. Not at such key I want to pursue my career in design verification, but I was good in all those subjects. So I was able to answer each and every question from the electronics fundamental. I answered every question. And along with that, from computer science fundamental, I was able to answer a few questions which related to basic data structure, pointer, which were completely logical based, and maths fundamental also. I had little bit, not I say much command, but little bit command. So I was able to answer those questions also. So that was as far as interview was concerned. From computer science student, they didn't expect everything they will know about electronics. What they expected is they should know COA and basic of computer science fundamental. So that was their expectation from computer science student. And from us, they expected good electronic knowledge. And if we know computer science knowledge a little bit, it was plus. So it was plus for me because I was knowing few fundamental concepts really nicely from computer science also. So it was plus for them. It proved to be advantage.
Okay, got it. Apart from that, Akanksha, for pen paper test, presentation is also important, right? Because guys, let me tell you, we are in same batch, and Akanksha was always praised for her presentation, the way she presents her work. So Akanksha, please tell us about that as well. Because like people will study a lot, but at the last moment, if they are not able to present it well, then it's not going to work in their favor, right?
Yeah, so again, it completely depends upon the team. Now, the team which came for recruiting us, so my team lead had so much, laid so much emphasis, and it was very significant for him. Like I have presented paper very nicely, I have wrote paper very nicely, my paper was neat and clean. I'm not saying the paper should be handwritten good, rainbow like paper, 7, 8 colors, not
Right.
like that. Paper should be good, right, in decent. Don't use, it's not necessary that you will use pen, paper, pencil, eraser, sharpener, everything. Not, you write good decent paper which will present your paper really well, able to understand really well, neat diagrams, clarity that shows that you are clear in your thought process. So that also works very in paper to everybody. So for me, it was like I do it daily. As Chetan apparently mentioned, it is my habit. But I was not knowing that it's that significant and it will be such a huge praise from everybody in the company. But this little efforts also get very much observed. So it's also important that you express your paper very nicely. I'm not saying go and do calligraphy and then write a good paper. Even if your handwriting is not good, write a paper neatly and nicely. Even that is really observed. We think it's a little thing, but that little efforts also get observed.
Also, whatever you present, your knowledge is one thing and its amplification is another thing. When you present it well, it gets amplified, right?
Yes.
All right, Akanksha. Moving to, am I missing anything in it? No, I think. Yeah. So,
No.
moving to
And
next
again,
part.
whatever you write in paper, be conscious about it.
Yeah.
Don't do fake in paper because these people have a very, they won't ask you anything very different. They will ask you question based on what you have written in the paper. So So if you have written something wrong in the paper and then you go in the interview and say confidently, no, 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 I know this, I do this, then they will ask you next level questions on that, and then they won't entertain you. So be conscious when you write your paper, because you will be grilled on that paper in your upcoming interview rounds. So not they won't ask you the same answer, same question, but they'll ask you next level of it, and they'll always keep on checking that you have cheated or not cheated. I'll come to it that later. I'll have a message on that, but they'll always keep you verifying that whether you have written this by your own. तुक्के से तो नहीं लगा. So they'll keep on checking all those things. So be conscious when you write your answer. Create your thought process there only, so that you can present it well in your interviews.
Yeah, yes, got it. Also, Akanksha, tell me, is there any subject-wise strategy you followed or something that with time you yourself have developed, right? Like for me, when I was, I mean, not exactly related to this cadence, but when I was studying network theory, I used to draw and draw and draw, and then only I used to, I mean, understand, and that concept used to get absorbed. So, is there any subject or strategy that has worked for you, or with time you have understood that yeah, if this is signal and system, this is the way it works, or if this is semiconductor devices, this is the way it works.
So first of all, I'll go one by one. So because here
Yeah,
everybody is for cadence interview, so I will focus on the subjects which are related to that.
yeah, exactly.
When it comes to digital electronics, it is a good breadth subject, but it does not need really. I don't feel so. It needs any strategy. It's a logical based subject, so you can proceed one by one topic. First, clear your number system, then clear your combinational logic, then sequential logic, then converters, then machines. So just follow one by one procedure. All your subjects will be cleared. So before going to my finite state machines, you need to understand combinational logics and then sequential. So it should be, everything should be in a flow. Follow the typical flow which the subject gives you. So in digital electronics, you need to follow, I feel personally that you need to follow all the typical particular flow. In COA, again, COA is a part of digital electronics actually. It is not counted as a different thing. But what I feel is in COA, you study organization and architecture, but after that, you also need to go to 8085 microprocessor, which is very typical. If you'll understand that, and if you'll present this thing in the interview, it gives you confidence that you can work on any other microprocessor because you know the fundamentals of microprocessor. So that was the flow, digital electronics and COA. First, you complete digital electronics, then you go to COA, and then you touch Verilog. So Verilog is useless if you don't know digital electronics, because you write code for the elements which are present in the digital electronics. So before writing code for Verilog, you should know the fundamental of digital electronics. Otherwise, it is of no use. You are writing code for flip flops, you're writing code for marks, you're writing code for counter, and you don't know what is difference between synchronous and asynchronous system is useless. So before, you need to understand this is the proper flow. Now, if you ask for physical design, additional from that, after completing all Verilog, you need to also cover clock tree synthesis basics, static timing analysis basics. So you need to cover this in a proper flow. If you'll cover those things first and then digital electronics and then COA, and first only I'll do Verilog, so there it is of no use, because when it comes to core syllabus, you need to know proper flow. That's why few subjects are kept in second year, few subjects are kept in third year. Now people who are in third year first semester, they might be
Yeah,
in, yeah,
second.
so, second semester,
Yeah,
the starting of fourth year. So when when they will when they will see ki digital digital design may be in their curriculum, right? So digital design is useless if they don't know digital electronics. They
right.
are writing CMOS topologies, NAND gate, AND gate, everything. And if they don't know digital electronics, then it's of no use.
Mm,
So it is a proper flow when it comes to core. Now this is related to VLSI. VLSI demands these subjects in a proper flow. Now apart from that, if you want to pursue any career in core, there are set of subjects set of subjects along with sequence of subjects you need to follow. So first you need to clear semiconductor devices and circuits, which is also popularly known as electronic devices and circuits. So you need to cover that first. Then digital electronics. After that, network theory. Now, when I say digital electronics, it has COA also in it. It is not treated as different subjects when it comes to GATE curriculum. So, digital electronics, first semiconductor devices, then digital electronics, then network theory, SS, communication engineering. So these five subjects are must. Along with that, I'm telling these five subjects because these are already included in our curriculum in second year. But apart from that, what you need to do, really, I don't know now what is being introduced in your curriculum. But apart from these five subjects, which you need to put effort is in analog electronics. You really need to know analog electronics. Analog electronics is very important. I don't know whether it's included in the curriculum right now, but apart from these five subjects, you need to do analog electronics. So this is the proper flow. You can't do analog electronics before semiconductor devices and circuits. Let me tell you, because in analog electronics, you derive equation for your circuit. So before that, you need to complete your semiconductor devices and network theory to understand the circuit and derive equation for it. So there is a proper flow.
Yeah, so guys, whatever Akanksha said in 5 minutes, I would say it was, I mean, if you do this as well, like at a very good level, then also, I mean, it will help you a lot. Yeah, so Akanksha, moving ahead, I want you to tell me, is there any weightage for subjects for, I mean, from your experience only in Cadence? So, I mean, this subject they ask the most out of it,
Okay.
and these are the subjects that have less weightage, something like this.
Okay. So as such, when it comes to cadence, there is no weightage. They'll ask you each and
Okay.
everything. So there is no
Okay.
weightage. There is no shortcut. There is no simple questions. Because uh, in cadence, it's a very proud thing to say. I have also said this to Achodi. In cadence, when you'll go, you'll realize that there are only two types of student there. One from IIT Bombay who has done MTech from IIT Bombay, other is VITs. So there you work with IIT Bombay people, and these people from teams come to recruit you. So there is no easy. So they are already from IIT Bombay. And even if they are not there from VIT, had worked with IIT Bombay people. So there is no easy as such. Even sometimes they won't even touch your resume because they are not interested in what you have done. They are interested in your fundamental knowledge. So there is no easy, there is no weightage, there is no shortcut when it comes to core. You need to learn each and everything. What I will say is, if they come from physical design, so they'll expect more knowledge from static timing analysis, clock tree synthesis. It will be plus if you know those things, know those concepts really well, able to understand and answer those questions in one go. It will be very nice. I'll observe this. In design verification, if you know Perl scripting, which is very difficult at BTech level, but if you know these additional skills, it will be very useful for you. In analog, analog role requires lot of knowledge for till transistor level knowledge. So they'll lay more emphasis on electronic devices and semiconductor circuits. Then they'll lay more emphasis on analog circuits, network theory. If you come for design verification role, they'll lay more emphasis on Verilog, your C fundamentals, your logic, huh? Not coding, but proper your logic. Physical design, they will give more importance to STA. And then along with that, if they come for RLC team or audio processing team, then they will lay more emphasis on SS and communication. Communication engineering, I don't think so they touch, but signals and systems. So it really depends upon the team. So,
Okay.
but if you are focused on VLSI specific roles, your digital electronics and COA is must. Digital electronics, COA, and Verilog is must. You should know these three things. Even though you go for DFT, RTL coding, DV role, PD role, these are the four. There are many roles, but these are the four prominent roles in VLSI. So these every four role demands you this knowledge of three fundamental subjects: digital, CO, and Verilog.
Yes, Akanksha. One more question I have is about, I mean, actually two questions, but let's start with the first. Please tell me, these people also want to know. I mean, a very basic, lame question, I would say, that usually core people are like, don't want to do DSA, and that is not very important. So, what is your saying on that? How much DSA has helped you? I mean, in building knowledge, sorry, logic, you can say. एंड आई मीन डायरेक्टली cadence में तो नहीं पूछेंगे बट कुछ तो लॉजिक बिल्ड करने में इट मस्ट हैव हेल्प्ड सो आई वांट योर आंसर ऑन दिस देन आई गो फॉर अनदर
So I was also, as Chetan knows this more better, that even Chetan was okay. Okay, it is thoda irrelevant, but again, it's too serious. Everybody's serious. I'll share one thing. So Chetan and I had very good marks when we entered into VIT. Chetan ka JEE ka score was very good, right, Chetan? And
या
still
पॉइंट
Chetan,
पॉइंट
still Chetan took ENTC. Same goes with me. My CET score was very good. I was able to get IT and CS, but still I took ENTC because I was knowing that I don't want to do computer science. I want to do ENTC. I was from first passionate about ENTC. Same goes with Chetan. That's a different story. Now Chetan works in a tech company and I work in a core company. But yeah, so okay, fine. Nothing to do. But coming back to the question. So the question is DSA. So why I told you this, because I also come from the same mindset that I don't want to take computer science. I don't want to go to IT streams, and that's why I took ENTC. And I was also having a hatred towards DSA. Oops. DBMS. I was having, because I was like, I know I'm very clear. This is for people who are not clear and want to shift. I'm very clear that I want to work as an ENTC engineer in VLSI role. Why should I learn this subject? So, from your point of view, when I step into students' shoes, it's very okay to think like this, typical that DS is not okay. But again, you need to go to the root level. You can't skip those subjects, they are part of your college curriculum. You need to have good grades, CGPA. So what I will suggest you is take good from it. Try to take it. Try to set it up as fundamental. So in Verilog also you are doing codes only, but they're of different level based on your electronic knowledge. But it's a code. Ultimately, it's a code. So don't take it in wrong way. Take it in good way. It will be otherwise if you take it in wrong way, now it will be very difficult, because in third year also you have entire one semester computer science subjects. Then in second year also you have a good length subject. It is DSA. So take it in good way. Even though I was not good in, I was not interested, but let me tell you, I was good in DSA.
ओके
Even though I was not able to code, but my logic was very good. I used to answer each and every question. I was able to build logic. That's a different story. Chetan used to help me a lot. I used to go to Chetan to ask doubts. Chetan taught me linked list, I remember. So, but then I never did. I never had that approach. Ki, I want to do ENTC, so I won't. I not at all. I'll go to software subjects. I used to take it. I used to learn it those subjects. I'm not saying I'll go and do lead code questions, because that is not my focus. I was very clear that I don't want to get into software job anyhow. I
राइट
realized it first time when Chetan got placed. I was little bit, okay, I should also shift and I should also try. But then I realized that it's not for me. So I was very clear. But what I feel is take everything good from each and every subject. Take DSA, do it at even at college level you are doing, not practicing at home, but do it in good way. Try to yield some results from it. It will help you. See, now I never prepared C and every those things, but because it was in the curriculum and I gave my 100% writing assignments of DSA, it helped me. It really helped me. I need to thank it. But I'll thank it someday going to VWIT. But it has helped me.
ओके
Role, I need to tell you, it's all coding.
ओके
Coding related to your fundamental electronic subsystems. So coding is important. At the end of the day, you'll code. Even if you do physical design, you will code. So take
राइट
everything nicely. If you know OS, now let me tell you, I work on Linux machine. Everything is on no machine. But we had operating systems. I did operating systems really well. I took it seriously. I ran all those OS commands, Linux commands. It has helped me. has to be. So
Okay.
try to I won't do. It will and knowledge never goes waste. It will prove very important to you. You'll realize later. I was also in that phase, and now I have realized those things.
Okay. So guys, I would say the takeaway would be कि CGPA के लिए first of all पढ़ो, second take interest क्योंकि logic build हो जाए. So I would say and these are really subjects with a good vast depth. So you will understand other subjects as well, understanding these fundamental subjects.
Now,
I hope I'm audible, right?
yeah, you are audible.
Yeah.
And your CGPA is important. Let me tell you. Don't stay in a bubble that a CGPA is not important. I'm seeing people from computer science also having good CGPA. No, not good CGPA, sorry. Are very intelligent, had good 10th ka score, had good 12th ka score, but still struggling because they don't have good CGPAs. So this is a very big myth. I don't know whether you have perceived this myth or not, but now as Chetan said CGPA, I'll surely say you focus on your CGPA. CGPA is very important. You should have CGPA 9 plus above is excellent. If you have CGPA 8.5 plus is good, and 8 though is must.
So guys,
8
those who
must.
are currently in their third year, so I mean, you won't be able to do much about it. I mean, you have your upcoming 2 semesters only for it. But those who have joined us today from second year, please make sure that your CGPA is at a really good level. I mean, 8.5 is what fourth year they will say that 8.5 is basic hygiene. I mean, कोई भी company आती है तो वो at least 8.5 का criteria लगती है. 9 is like excellent.
Excellent.
So
And you need to understand that when it comes to CGPA, you are dealing with multiple departments. So every department has its own criteria of giving CGPA. So you need to understand that you need to stand out from all those. So you should have good CGPA. ठीक है, I understand that for our batch 9 was very tough, but we did our best, and we have good CGPA. Chetan has a good CGPA doing everything. I have a good CGPA. I even though it was placement season, I gave my 100%. It was one semester of OS, CNS, and everything. I studied each and everything and made sure my CGPA doesn't lose, so that and it will cross 8.5. So it's a must. CGPA is very important.
yep. Akanksha, now we it's almost 11:35. We have to start with the doubts, but before that, one important question. I mean, बहुत लोग इसके लिए ऐसे तरस रहे. What are the resources, Akanksha, that you have referred? And अगर ऐसा कुछ special है कि you referred to this particular book for this particular subject, या you just focused on college का curriculum, whatever that is, just please let us know.
So I prepared for GATE. So
Yeah.
I had an online coaching where I enrolled to prepare GATE. So from there, I prepared digital electronics and COA. Verilog I prepared from NPTEL. So there was a course of NPTEL from which I prepared Verilog. Along with that, there is one book which Chopre sir tells to refer. It's a very good book. From there, I revised my Verilog. So these three subjects I did from these mentioned sources. Apart from that, when it comes to computer science basics and fundamentals, college curriculum was enough for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akanksha, after this session, will please provide me the list. I mean, a detailed list. I'll put it on community. And guys, we have put the links of our communities and all of our platforms in the chat box. Please make sure you join our community to, I mean, be able to join such sessions, and you won't miss out on any such sessions. We have lined up multiple sessions on the upcoming Saturdays, so you don't make sure you join the community and not to miss it. Okay, so I guess it's time for doubts. I hope most of you have put your doubts in Slido. If Ame, you can share your screen, we can answer those doubts. Akanksha will put some light on it. Yes, Akanksha, is it visible?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
visible.
let's go one by one. And guys, you have another 3 minutes. 11 at 11:40, we'll stop the inputs for Slido and we'll answer just those questions which are currently in the deck.
Okay.
Yes, Akanksha.
As a software guy, can I get into Cadence as an intern? Software engineer. Yeah, you can get into Cadence as software engineer. It have multiple roles for computer science based student also. So you can work in a team where you can improve UI UX of tools. So that is also one role. You can work in QA. You can work as a software engineer improving system designs. So yeah, you can get into Cadence being from computer science background, and let me tell you, once you'll get into that, you'll understand it, then it's better than other tech company. There is no recession. It's a very stable job. So yeah, you can get into it. So next question, the most important things one should do before an interview, should one focus on DSA? Yes, you should focus on DSA if you come from computer science background. If yes, what approximate level is needed? Like a good rank of 700, 1700 in lead code. I don't have much knowledge about lead code. LC means he's referring to lead code, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I
He
don't
has a
have.
good rank.
Okay, thank you, Chetan. So, so I don't have again. See, Chetan helper has much knowledge about it, but yeah, this lead code ranking and everything doesn't matter. You do it for your practice, but yeah, they'll if they come for computer science students, they will ask good questions on DSA. Along with that, they'll ask typical problems of operating system, producer consumer problem, bankers algorithm, scheduling algorithm, resource allocation graph, all those things they will ask. They'll also ask computer networks, IPv4, IPv6, all those things they will ask. So not like it's a core company, so they will ask medium level questions or low level questions. The difficulty of questions is high. What questions were you and your friends asked regarding system design, and how did you tackle them? Where did you study to prepare for them? So let me tell you, me and my friend, both who are working in Cadence, didn't really studied system design. We went for theoretical, NPTEL for Verilog, a one book for revision of Verilog, and theory and numericals. For numericals, I used to solve gate previous year questions because they are at a good level. So if you ensure that you can solve those, you can solve other questions also. So that's what I did. Means there is a separate paper for different branches. I don't know this time what they'll do. I don't know. But for us, it was single paper. 50% electronics, then 50% computer science. It was a combined paper. Is the written test is like 12th or 10th board? Yes, it is proper paper pencil. स्कूल की याद आएगी तुमको. ऐसा पेपर है उनका. Because I'll also come to that. You Chetan make me remember about test.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to share something really serious. Uh, yeah, proper pen, paper, pencil test. You need to go write each and every subject. Even codes you need to write. मैथ्स के क्वेश्चंस यू नीड टू सॉल्व. सो जो हमारा थ्योरेटिकल पेपर होता है ना कॉलेज में, वैसा प्रॉपर पेपर तुमको लिखना पड़ेगा. What all things the CA student must know for written and interview rounds? So CA student should know computer organization and architecture, a good knowledge of microprocessor, and excellent knowledge of computer science fundamental, which consists of DSA, OOPS, OS, and CNS.
Also, guys, one thing to mention. I mean, we planned this session entirely for from test perspective. If you want more details on how the interview goes, probably we might arrange one more session in upcoming few days or upcoming weekend. So let's stick to this test because test is what coming right away. So
It's scheduled on 12th September something, right?
yeah, 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 yeah. It is. Let's move ahead.
Question, what is conversion rate? So let me tell you, Cadence is one of those exceptional companies whose conversion rate is very good. Again, touch wood, they convert me. But as far as I know, their conversion rate is good. Unless and until budget issue pops up, the conversion ratio is good. What all things the CM for written and interview rounds? I told you, CS fundamentals. Same question. What in the interview, will the emphasis be on DSA or core subjects? It completely depends upon the role you get into. If you are going into a different role, which is QA role, software engineer role, system design role, then they'll ask you DSA question. But if you're focused on core subjects, they'll ask you core subject questions. So that's how it will go. What about computer subjects or software background students? I answered this question, I think. Beyond DSA or core subjects, same question. As an intern, what is our day-to-day role? This is very interesting question.
Yeah.
टेस्ट
Go
वेस्ट
ahead.
गया सब ये बताओ एज what you do as an intern. So whenever a system comes to me, whenever a chip design comes to me, I analyze that chip design and put such test cases or such problems deliberately into the design so that it gets stuck and I could report that issue and make those systems more robust. So that is the thing which we do as a design verification engineer. And I'm a very little like a baby in that role as an intern. So we do that role. Will you please tell
Okay.
the exact subject to study for CS students? I think I have answered this.
Yeah.
What is asked in written test and how to write in the written test? This is a very interesting question. And how do you write? Again, be very conscious of what you write in the written test. If you write it in the written test and it gets right by chance, they'll grill you in the interview. So be sure that whatever you write, you know. Neat and clean paper will be much appreciated. All those things which I covered before. Right? Neat and clean paper. It showcases your clarity in thoughts. So that will be a plus for you. As an ENTC company, ask us on core ENTC questions during interview, or is the focus mainly on DSA, Dev and CS fundamental? ये question चेतन के लिए है क्या?
No, guys, all your software companies don't really care about your core subjects. If you are the only one जो पूरे crowd में एक ENTC का है तो वो एक बार कुछ basic question पूछ लेंगे. I mean, just to check whether तुमने ENTC में कुछ पढ़ाई की है या नहीं. That's all. ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं पूछते. Guys, वाले question will Akanksha has already answered.
But then
Yeah.
again, what is prerequisite of pure software role? You can also focus on high level design and low level design. There is
Okay.
something concept of like that. You also make sure that you go through that, because here they don't expect you to do DS and all those things. They will integrate you in their tools, and their focus will be to leverage their tools. So that knowledge is very important of high level design, low level design. Linux command is also plus for you, all those. First year or final year, he's saying, when to start and in what direction? First year, na?
Yeah.
Desh bolo, Desh. I have fourth year. So first year, when to start and in what direction? I said don't start in first year. No need of starting it in the first year. Explore the subject, explore your interest. If you feel you are interested in core, from second year you start preparing. Mind up till third year, and then you're good to go. If you'll prepare in second as a sequence of things, so in second year only you will be able to clear 5-year fundamental subjects. So even in third year the company comes, you are in safe hands because you have completed 5 subjects in your second year. Along with that, those subjects are also part of your curriculum, so it will help you in boosting your CGPA also. So anything which you do should not be apart from that. You need to put much efforts for CGPA also. Do it together. It's after all a part of your studies and academics, so make them align so you can get much out of it.
Akanksha, one more question I think we missed. What were your projects while you appeared for this particular test or interview, we can say? What was the weightage? I would say. I mean, they actually just checked about your concepts, or it was a project as well. Some part of project as well.
They won't ask you on projects much. As far as I
Okay.
have went to people working as an intern and asked them about their interview experience, because they don't worry about projects. As I said, so
Okay.
they don't take projects seriously.
All right.
And when it comes to core, you can't explore. And now I was hired for VLSI role. In VLSI, you can't do projects and BTech level at that
Right.
depth. There
Right.
will
Right. Right. Makes sense.
Well, again, now I did a D flip flop using reversible logic, and I mentioned that project in my paper. They didn't ask me what you did. They tell me structure of D flip flop. Try to give feedback to that D flip flop. Try to integrate that D flip flop in other things. So they'll ask you like this, but they won't ask you much in the project, as far as I know.
All right.
I should focus on. Also, please mention the mistakes I should avoid. If I should not mistakes, as far I know, you should avoid is avoid Instagram.
Wow. So guys, that is not very important. I mean, you guys are in college and ये बहुत पढ़ती थी हमारे पूरे क्लास में ये सबसे ज्यादा पढ़ती थी. So she don't have Instagram वगैरह, but that is not the thing. I would say कि have
Stop,
clarity कि
please.
तुम्हें soft. Okay.
I
Yeah.
But then what mistakes should you avoid? As I again said, you are in first year, right? I'll say enjoy everything when it comes to first year, along with your
Yeah.
academics. Go explore extracurricular, because I'll tell you, once one student get placed from your batch, now you will get so much start feeling insecure about it, and you will always be like, now people are getting placed, and after that you will lose everything. Like, you won't be able to participate in any activity in either. So as a first year, you explore everything. From second year, you create that balance. Avoid mistakes. I mean to say, stop doing redundant things. Now, for example, in second year, you have core subjects. Now you are passing those core subjects for your college curriculum by doing only little bit, and then again going and studying all those again for placement is a big mistake. You're doing double work. You're wasting your time over there. So do it in one go. In second year only, you focus all those subjects as well as college curriculum. So take those things seriously. Take your presentation seriously. Don't take it in lighter way. Even if you like, you should give 100% in each and everything. When you'll go to the company, you'll understand presentations are important, group discussions are important. So try to take each and everything. I won't say take it seriously, spend nights and days, but try to take good from everything. What students do, they just blow things like anything. They don't take anything seriously, and then they regret it later. Do the same thing again, subject again, because they are not in a flow, didn't took it seriously in the one go. So stop doing that redundant things. What mistakes you should avoid is, do participate in extracurriculum activities. Extracurricular activities are also very important. After going into company and forward in life, you will realize that. So explore each and everything, but then academics is the priority. So yeah, VLSI I thought was hard for me to learn, so I started learning embedded rather than VLSI. So what is the roadmap? Yeah, so if you go for embedded, I can tell you, even if you go for any core role, these five subjects which are mentioned is very important: semiconductor devices, digital electronics, COA, and digital electronics, then network theory, analog electronics, signals and system, and communication engineering. This subject goes hand in hand with each and every core role. What you need to do apart from VLS, and try to integrate different processes in your project. So at least from project point of view, you'll able to understand the processes, so that you can do as an embedded engineer, aspiring embedded engineer. What was exactly CS related questions in test? Pointer based question, as far as I remember, stack based question, all those questions. pointer, the double pointer concept, there was a question from double pointer concept also. Then there is a loop in the linked list, you need to find that. So there was also a question based on that. Yeah. Yeah, this much I remember. Next question. Is it written down and in the interviewer 110%? They'll ask you as questions. Even if you are from ENTC and they feel that you should have good knowledge of Linux and OS, they might ask you OS questions for ENTC background student also. And for a computer science student, they'll 101% ask OS and they won't ask DBMS. DBMS, as far as I have worked, no, none of the team work on DBMS. It's not that important. Are there DSA coding questions in the? Yes, there are DSA questions in the written test. Do they expect students to have knowledge on EDA, full-fledged EDA tools? It's a plus if you have, but they won't expect really. In for core rules, they really won't expect much. What they expect is your theoretical and knowledge depth. What are the questions more conceptual, MCQ, or calculation heavy problems? Heavy problems, lengthy problems, tough problems, and MCQs. It's a blend of all those things. Can you share questions that were asked to you during the interview? Yes, I can definitely share. I'll definitely share those questions which were asked in interview. Yes, I have a list of those. According to role, is there are different papers? For us, it came for only one role, which was design verification. So there were no different papers. But I think for you, as far as I know, it will be different papers. Is it something that for shortlisting for interview and round submitting was necessary? Many of seniors told those who submit first get shortlisted. No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We were not under above 9. Nobody from ENTC was shortlisted, and then they revised the list. So it's nothing like that. When did you start gate preparation? Yeah, when did you start your gate preparation? I started it from second year. As a fourth semester, was having no strong basic of electronics still and intended to prepare for now. From now, I think. So is it possible to get into electronic core companies? Yeah, but then you need to cover that lengthy syllabus as much as possible, soon as much as possible. What was does Cadence come for campus hiring twice? No, it does not. I'll talk about it later. Yeah. In the aptitude section, the focus was on DSA. Yeah, they'll also ask aptitude questions, I feel. This time they'll ask. For us, they won't. But this time I have heard from that they will ask. Yeah. What's core
Have
electronics tech? I told you. Have you
have
got
you got
PPO? Oh, nice. Hey, I want to answer that question. I want to tell the truth. Have you got PPO? So, first of all, no. My internship is still 1 June. So, the decision comes to March, April. So, mostly it will be a PPO because they have committed. And as far as I am receiving the feedback, I think I should receive a PPO. But then again, budget issue pops. Neither my friend nor me. We are having cadence. What type of version was? We shall be. Okay. And many people have messaged me on the LinkedIn that what is the package, what is the salary, and everything. So let me just tell you that it is always a variable number. So we can't disclose it. Yeah. And we want to stay in the company.
that is the main point.
Yeah. And they know that I am VIT biased. So I speak something wrong in the interview and interrogates them, they'll ask me and hold me as responsible. So I can't tell you this thing. Whatever is mentioned over there, they'll definitely give you that. But it's a variable number. It could not be disclosed. What will be the duration of the written test? It will be 60 minutes. For us, sorry. For us, it was 60 minutes. Mostly it will be of 60 minutes, but I can't assure you that it will be 60 minutes. What type of question on digital design? It will be Pune. It will be Pune. Definitely it will be Pune. There were no questions from embedded system for us. And I'll share the list of questions. Is Verilog necessary? It is must. Not necessary.
वेरीलॉग पे ही होने वाला है सब कुछ
सब
तुम्हारा.
कुछ. If you're design verification, तो फिर तो Verilog आना ही चाहिए तुम्हें. The focus is fundamental. I think, answered.
Yeah,
It seems people also have written test. Everybody have written paper test. What kind of question? I'll share those questions. In physical design, it's hands-on tool experience of PD more important. Theoretical knowledge is more important in any role for core, and hands-on experience on PD is not that important. They won't expect you on BTech level that you will do all those things. How important are a person's soft skills and how do I actually improve them? How do them? Okay, first question is for me and the second question is for Chetan. Okay. So, how important are a person's soft skills? They're very important. Really well. The front person should understand. So that are important. And how you can improve them is take your presentation, GDs as mock interviews. Take seriously. Be professional as much as you can. So that's how you can improve.
your
Middle.
team or your group is also very important for development of your soft skills. So if you have a good team, तो तुम्हारा अगर कॉलेज का ग्रुप अच्छा है, then eventually your soft skills will get improved.
And try to take I'm again your presentation, your GD seriously, because that is also a way from where you can improve your soft skills. In Viva, you present your answer to the external. That is the same thing which you do in interview. In presentation also, you do the same thing. In GD also, you answer questions. So if you'll take these three things seriously, it is each and in every semester. So you'll eventually improve your soft skills. As Chetan said, in group, try to be as much as professional. In group members also help you a lot. Good, so try to speak English as much as you can so you can get good at it. What type of preparation strategy helps candidates stand out? Your scripting language, if you know any scripting language, that will make you stand out anyhow. So if you have done all those things from the checklist and you want to do something apart from that for core roles, try and explore a scripting language. Do Perl scripting. It will give you a plus. Where the questions closer to gate style or more like the questions are really difficult. I'll tell you. Some are to gate level, some are above gate level. Verilog questions are very tough. They're above gate level because in gate they won't ask Verilog. But yeah, so because the same paper goes into IIT Bombay, you need to understand. So this is the same
Makes
paper
sense.
they will take and give you. Maybe the level of interview they may differ because
Yeah.
they're from MTech now. They
Right.
take IIT Bombay, not पेपर के मार्क्स का एक्सपेक्टेशन अलग होगा, but then the paper is same.
All right.
Does resume play important role? I think I have answered each and every question in somehow manner. What common mistakes in written test they don't do common mistakes, but in interview they do fakam faki. That is a big common mistake. You don't do fakam faki. No, DBMS and SQL is not important in cadence. Yes, COA you should know, digital electronics basic you should know. I have weak concepts of analog electronics and network theory. If you go for analog role, you should have good knowledge of analog electronics. But I have prepared well. I'm thinking to go for embedded systems. Bapre, 1 minute. I have weak concepts of analog electronics. Okay, I can understand. And network theory. Okay, but I have prepared well digital electronics. Very good. And I'm thinking to go for electronic systems.
Embedded systems.
You can go, but then again, okay, you can go for embedded system, but you should also have good knowledge of computer organization and architecture more than digital electronics. So you need to cover that, and then you can go for embedded system. Embedded versus core VLSI. Money wise, core VLSI will provide you a lot of money. Trust me, it's one of the most highest paying jobs with less amount of recession. It's a very stable job and has a very vast future. And embedded versus core VLSI, huh? So when it comes to VLSI, I always say where it see everybody has different point of view. There is no right and wrong. If you're interested in embedded, no career is wrong, no career is bad. Every career is good. If you have good interest in embedded, you can also go in embedded and become a very good engineer. But money wise, core VLSI will give you a good amount of money. Along with that, learning curve in VLSI will be more. In embedded, you will be much more doing fully fledged projects and everything. But in core VLSI, it will be very difficult. First, you need to go to 1,000 documents, learn from that, and then you need to implement. So that is a I won't say disadvantage, but everything has pros and cons. So in VLSI, there is a huge learning curve, but in embedded, there is no access learning curve as compared to VLSI. Did you apply for Lattice Alpha Wave? How was I applied for everything. Okay. I was still last round for Lattice. You can ask. Yes, I applied for Lattice and Alpha Wave also. Alpha Wave had very tough questions in their online interview. In Lattice, also I got shortlisted and I went, but then again, cadence likha tha. So yeah, is the only digital majorly asked in the test or all this that you mentioned everything? What programming language are mostly demand? Should I focus C++ or Java for technical interviews? So let me be very clear with it. If you are an core aspirant or focusing on core related roles, you should be good with Verilog. You should be good with C. And apart from that, after completing these two languages, if you want to stand out and you have time, so you should also complete your Perl. Now, when it comes to computer science, that is any scripting language, Perl means. And when it comes to computer science, you should know one good language, C, C++, and Java is must. Oops, they'll ask computer science student a lot about. So oops also you should know.
So guys, I'll put more light on it. See, जो भी oops के concepts है ना, those are really well defined in Java. मतलब समझने के लिए बहुत आसान है. But in CPP, you will touch another depth, another level of depth. तो CPP is also, I mean, अभी ऐसा time ही नहीं है कि you will stick to one language and बस वही करो. So you need to learn C for your core वगैरह. उसमें पॉइंटर वगैरह के जो बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो क्लियर हो जाएंगे. आफ्टर दैट यू शुड लर्न C++. जावा यू विल यूज, मतलब जावा में कॉन्सेप्ट से ज़्यादा यू विल यूज इट इन एप्लीकेशन. जितने भी तुम्हारे सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनीज है वहाँ पे जो बैकएंड यूज होता है दैट इज मोस्टली इन स्प्रिंग बूट, बिकॉज लेगेसी सिस्टम सारे स्प्रिंग बूट पे बने हैं. So that's where Java is useful. C++ is very useful if you are going towards your competitive programming, क्योंकि उसमें latency, I mean, ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता, but it's a convention. So abhi it is not the time. If you're in second year, if you're in third year, you must have got a good grip on some of one of CPP or Java. But if you're in second year, go it step by step. Learn C, then C++, then Java, and C++ के parallel DSA, ADS वगैरह start कर दो if you are targeting for software. Otherwise, good to go with C. Two things, Akanksha.
Student balance and what's the work culture. So don't ask them. I'll tell you the work-life balance and work culture in interviews. Please don't do that. And now the last point about. So let me tell you one thing and share you.
Yeah, we'll take another, couple of questions we can say. Final,
Yes.
someone is there. What is exact written exam of Cadence? Is coding round or what exactly? Sanket, she has mentioned, please go and watch the YouTube session. I mean, we have covered this at a very good depth. So you'll get your all of your answers. Apart from that, anything we are missing? Akanksha, would you like to give advice for FI students that you have already given, right?
And for computer science students, I'll tell you in DSA they won't touch DP and trees and graphs, but they'll ask you before that everything.
All right, guys, then it's the time. If there's one takeaway from this session, core placements के लिए, it's not about luck. It's about clarity, consistency, and fundamentals, जो you must work on. If you have these, and apart from that, you can present it well. There is no doubt that you'll get into core and really good company like Cadence. So that's all from Team C2C. Akanksha, we are very thankful to you that you took out time and guided our students. And I hope जितने भी अभी ये जो बचे हुए students हैं जिन्होंने जिन्होंने भी join किया था, few of them will write us back that yeah, session of Akanksha and session of C2C has helped us. So let's root for it. And guys, please make sure you are in our community. You have followed us on all platforms, and you'll stay tuned with all such sessions. We have lined up a lot of sessions like this. There is Infineon coming to campus. There is Calphus AI. So we have contacted people from there, and we have arranged sessions on upcoming Saturdays. So yeah, make sure you follow us, and thank you, Akanksha. If
Yes.
there any final word from you, then
Best
go
of
for it.
luck, everybody. As far as I know, I have seen mail. I think there are 11, 10 to 12 teams coming. I don't know the exact number. Then don't argue with me that there were no 12 teams. But I feel so there are 8 to 12 teams. And I feel each team will take at least minimum one intern. And I want every intern to be from VIT, 8 to 10 interns. Because I am very grateful to the college that I am being placed. So it's something which I am giving in the form of a little bit form of gratefulness from the little bit success I have achieved, something meaningful. So I want everybody to perform well, perform nice, and then your joining will be from I guess June, July. So if I get PPU, I'll see you in the office. Hopefully
Yeah,
hopefully I will. So yeah, just best of luck. Perform well, perform nicely. That's all I want.
thank you, Akanksha. All the best, guys. And you will see the community admins on the community. So if you have any kind of problems, reach out to the community admins or reach out to us. We are more than happy to help you. Our core, I mean, what to say, intent was to help students getting placed and help them get their placements easily. We want to help you only. That's why just make sure you reach out to us, you ask us your doubts and get them cleared and reflect that into your upcoming interviews or whatever test you're going to appear. All right. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Chetan, for this opportunity.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye, guys.